Students, welcome back to this session. In the previous session, we had seen how to draw the influence line diagram for reaction at A and for reaction at B. In this session, we will see how to draw the influence line diagram for shear force and bending moment at any section. So let me take, for a simply supported beam of course, so let me take a simply supported beam like how we had taken in the previous session. And this is support A, this is support B. And we will draw the influence line diagram for bending moment and shear force at section C, which is at a distance A from support A, or it is at a distance L minus A from B. The total span of the beam is L. So this is the beam and this is the section C of the beam where we are going to draw the influence line diagram for shear force and bending moment. So what we will do first? First, we will make the unit load to move from A to B. When we make the unit load to move from A to B, it occupies various positions. But it will have two zones, AC zone and CP zone. That means the unit load initially will be in the AC zone and next the unit load will go into CP zone. So let me take first the unit load to be in the AC zone. So I will keep 1 kilonewton here at a distance x, from A. So, what is reaction at A? We know already when a unit load is at a distance x from A, we have already seen the reaction is L minus x upon L at A, and reaction at B is x by L. So, the reactions at A and B are L minus x upon L and x upon L respectively. Now, we will find out what is shear force at C and bending moment at C when the unit load is between A and C. So what is shear force at C? Shear force at C, you know the definition of shear force. It is algebraic sum of all the vertical forces on any one side of the section. So section is C now under consideration. So shear force is algebraic sum of all the forces on the left of C, let's take. On the left of C, what is the sign convention? Upward positive, downward negative. So on the left of C, how many forces are there? One is reaction, which is L minus x upon L. Another is 1 kilonewton. So L minus x upon L, that is acting upward, minus 1. So if you take this, simplify this, L minus L, it becomes minus x by L. Call this equation 1. And what is bending moment at C? What is bending moment definition? You have learned in strength of materials. The definition of the bending moment is algebraic sum of all the moments on any one side of the section. So section is again C. On the left of the section, bending moment at C is due to two forces. One is L minus x upon L, another is due to 1. So what is bending moment due to L minus x upon L? That is the bending moment due to reaction at A. It is L minus x upon L into A. Force into perpendicular distance, and it is clockwise positive according to a sign convention. Then bending moment due to 1 minus 1 into the distance between 1 kilonewton and section C. What is the distance between 1 kilonewton and section C? You can see here from A to C it is A. So if it is x, the remaining distance is A minus x. Call this equation 2. So shear force at section C is given by minus x upon L. Bending moment at section C is given by minus L minus x upon L into A minus 1 into A minus x. Now let us substitute the values of x. That means put x equal to 0. What does it mean? Put x is equal to 0 means unit load at where? At A. That means unit load we have made to move from A to B. So put x is equal to 0, unit load at A. So when you put x is equal to 0, what is shear force at C? When you put x is equal to 0, minus 0 upon L, or simply 0. And then what is bending moment at C? Let us do that substitution. Put x is equal to L. X is equal to 0. When you put x is equal to 0, L minus 0 upon L into A minus 1 into, what is the value of x? 0. A in minus 0. So you can see if you substitute x is equal to 0, you got shear force equal to 0. And if you substitute x is equal to 0 for the bending moment also, moment at C, you just do the simplification, you are going to get 0. That means bending moment and shear force both are 0 when the unit load is at A. Now let us put x is equal to A. We cannot put beyond x is equal to A because our limit is from A to C. That means 0 to A. So put x is equal to A. That means Where the unit load is now? Unit load at C itself. When you put x is equal to A, unit load is at C. So what is shear force at C? Substitute x is equal to A. So when you substitute x is equal to A, minus A upon L, because x is equal to A. So this is shear force at C. What is bending moment at C? Put x is equal to how much? A. So when you put x is equal to A, so you're going to get L minus A upon L into A minus 1 into A minus A, because x is equal to A. So this becomes 0. So finally this becomes 0. So L minus A upon L into A. So this is how bending moment and shear force vary when the unit load is moved from A to C. So can we plot it? Of course. When we plot it, so let us see. Let us plot influence line diagram for shear force from A to C, because we have already two values. When at x is equal to 0, that is when the unit load is at A, we have seen shear force equal to 0. When the unit load is at C, we have seen shear force is equal to minus A upon L. So minus A upon L is this value, minus A by L, and 0. That means influence line diagram for shear force from A to C looks like this, a triangle but in the negative zone. How influence line diagram for bending moment looks? When x is equal to 0, that is when the unit load is at A, we have seen bending moment at C equal to 0. When the unit load is at C, we have seen bending moment is equal to capital value, that is positive value, L minus A upon L into A. So 0 and positive value, this value is equal to L minus A upon L into A. So this is how the influence line diagram for bending moment and for shear force look when the unit load moves from A to C. This is influence line diagram for bending moment, only when it moves from A to C. Now what we have to do next? We have to make this unit load occupy in the zone C to B and complete the remaining diagram. I hope you have understood. So I repeat again what I have done. It's very simple. I have made the unit load to occupy a general position which is in the zone AC. And then I found out what is the value of shear force and what is the value of bending moment at C only. And then what I did, I substituted x is equal to 0 and found out what is shear force at A. It was 0. I again substituted x is equal to A and again found out shear force which is equal to minus A upon L. So likewise I did for bending moment also. Bending moment is equal to 0 when the unit load is at A. Bending moment is equal to L minus A upon L into A when the unit load is at C. Pause. Now let's move further and complete the influence line diagram. For that, what we should do, earlier we had kept the unit load in the zone AC. Now I have kept the unit load in the zone CB. That means the unit load will move from C to B. Earlier it moved from A to C. So when it moves from C to B, let us say that it occupies a general position at a distance x from A. Again, the reactions will not change because at a distance x, the reaction at A is L minus x upon L and reaction B is x by L. Now let us see what is shear force at C for this position of unit load. Shear force at C. What is shear force? Algebraic sum of all the vertical forces. So on the left of C or on the right of C. When we take on the left of C, how many forces are there? Only one reaction, because unit load has gone that side beyond C. So only one force, that is reaction at A. Shear force at C is RA or simply L minus x upon L. Call this equation 1. What is bending moment at C? Bending moment at C is algebraic sum of all the moments on the left. So on the left only one force is there, that is RA. RA into A, simply it is into A, or RA you know it is L minus x upon L into A. You call this equation 2. Now let us put x equal to A. What is the limit? Lower limit is x is equal to A, upper limit is x is equal to L. We cannot go beyond the limit. We should substitute the limit from C to B only. Put x is equal to A. That means unit load at C. When the unit load is at C, what is shear force at C? Put x is equal to, shear force at C is equal to L minus A, because x is equal to A upon L. Okay, what is bending moment at C? Bending moment at C is equal to, put x is equal to A. When you put x is equal to A, it is L minus A upon L into A. Because simply what I have done, I have simply substituted x is equal to A. That means unit load is at C. Put now x is equal to L. What does it mean? The last position of the unit load, that is unit load where at B. When the unit load is at B, what is shear force at C? Same formula. First equation, L minus x is equal to L upon L, 0. And what is bending moment at C? Bending moment at C, again substitute. X is equal to how much? L. L minus L upon L into A, or simply it is 0. So we got two values for shear force at C when the unit load is at C and B respectively. Two values for bending moment at C. You can see L minus A upon L into A and 0. Now can we complete the diagram? We had already drawn half the diagram. In the previous diagram I had shown only half, that is it was minus A upon L shear force, influence line diagram for shear force, that means 0 to minus A upon L. The new value for shear force at C is capital value, positive value, that is equal to L minus A upon L, and 0 when the unit load is at B. So you can see it varies like this, minus A upon L. That means shear force will have two values when the unit load occupies section C. One is minus A upon L, another is plus L minus A upon L. So this is negative zone, this is positive zone. So this complete diagram is influence line diagram for shear force at C. Now let us draw influence line diagram for bending moment at C. We had drawn already up to A. This value was same. What was it? L minus A upon L into A. Even in this analysis also, when the unit load is from C to B, then also bending moment is L minus A upon L into A. And then that is when the unit load is at C. When the unit load is at B, it becomes 0. So this value is common. That means when in the zone AC and in the zone CB, when the unit load occupies C, the value of bending moment at C is equal to L minus A upon L into A in both the zones. But for influence line diagram for shear force, the value is changed. You can see minus A upon L and plus L minus A upon L. So this is influence line diagram for bending moment at C. So once again, how this diagram, how it should be viewed, what is meaning of this diagram? Each and every ordinate of this diagram is bending moment at C, but for various positions of unit load. That means when the unit load is at A, bending moment at C equal to 0. It is bending moment at C only. When the unit load is at B, bending moment at C equal to 0. Bending moment at C equal to 0 here, bending moment at C equal. When the unit load occupies C, the bending moment at C equal to L minus A upon L into A. Similarly, this diagram is influence line diagram for shear force at C. That means each and every ordinate is shear force at C, but for various positions of unit load. So these are very, very important diagrams, because we are going to see a lot of applications using these diagrams. When the unit loads move, or when different loads move, how we can find out bending moment and shear force at C, and how to identify the position for maximum bending moment and shear force at C. All these are very interesting problems which probably will be which are in the next module. So this is how to draw the influence line diagram for shear force at C and to draw the influence line diagram for bending moment at C. I hope you have understood. I will pause here, and when we come in the next session, we will see further topics. Thank you.